gonna be more clever, yeah. If a better girl do it better. If a you know a girl do it better. I'm not the good dog. I'm not the good dog. I'm not the good dog. I'm not the good dog.
In my circle, you can't fit. Don't too many be on some anti. I told her pull up. She asked me, do I? Right now I'm fresh as hell. Somebody take a flip. Pretty, back to back. Gang, back to back. Trailing me, back to back. I've been trying to keep it cool, D-Lil. They tried to stop it, too late, my finger was already on it. Call me Shovel Man, she like the way I pull up and I. The 100 times they ask, I be like, I ain't never. All that beating around the bush, homie said with your chest. Got a lot of dog on me, know you probably smell it. Vroom. Like my name, Jody, pull up in the vet. Go and check the news, Brody, heard somebody stretch. In your feelings by the better get a grill. Tired of getting taxed for that, take a trip. I got right here for show up, make everybody dip. Went to visit Granny, she said, what's that poking out your heel? I told Brody, walk. Then you empty out the I'm not no button, no wrinkled clothes, it ain't no pressing me. I got on Vinci.
Where the Gator Bowl once stood, now stands this facility. TIAA Bank Field. ZA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Jacksonville, Florida. Today, we have an all-AFC meeting between the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Will Reichert has it all teed up, and we're underway from Everbank Stadium. Bayshul Tootin now on the return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
At their own 20-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on their first play. Has him on the quick hitter. Yeah, this is going to be a 4-yard gain. They're out to the 24.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front didn't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Let's go now.
Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. He's dropping back to throw. Hits him downfield. This is Thomas. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars take a 6-0 lead right away. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown.
It's an old adage, but it's a true adage. Speed kills. And gosh, I love that, Kate. Right from the jump, you don't wait to get your playmaker started. Get him the ball early and put a fear of God into this defense.
Jake Moody on for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And he's going to elect not to bring this one out. So no run back this time. He'll pick things up from the 35. Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10.
Here we go. Look, 180.
Right to the air, Burrow. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Runs complete over the middle. And he stopped cold at the spot. We won't keep paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Burrow out of the shotgun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. To the air again. It's Burrow. All in left side. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. Third and a lone yard coming up. So with that play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Third and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got a man left. And they make this stop, I'm going to say, at about the 37-yard line. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
New set of downs from 37. Here's a design run. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be 2nd down.
Boy, is it tough to fool this defense with how well they read and react to these plays. Held the line, and the QB keeper gets nothing.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Burrow from the gun. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Completed over the middle. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Defenses are fine with surrendering that completion if it means making a stop short like they did and bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, I like when these defensive coordinators say they want to populate the ball. And that was a perfect example of it. Don't let the playmaker get started.
Reichert connects there. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
They were able to answer a score with a score. Maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Tootin now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Trying to throw this from the gun. Builds up this one. He loses the football. And the offense recovers. They can still advance it. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Stopped on the play by the rookie from Tennessee. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
And he's going to be hauled down on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
At the 43-yard line.
Setting up to throw. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So it'll be 2nd down.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Hand out to the back. And he's down to almost, oh, no, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a throw. Finds the in route complete. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Jaguars have a first down.
16-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 70, Dragon 60.
Working inside the red zone. Escapes the pocket. He smartly won't risk anything here. He just chucks this away.
That may not look like much, and on tomorrow's grade sheet, it'll just be an S for satisfactory, but that's a good decision. Know where to go with the ball, and don't put it in harm's way.
The incomplete pass. Here comes 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Pass play now. Into the end zone, but not brought in. It falls incomplete. He'll bring up 3rd down.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Let's go. Let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets absolutely pumped to end that one. That gives him 7, sets up 4th down and 3.
Cameron Kitchen. A gain of 7. It's 4th down.
And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. 7-3 is our score. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit.
Can't we score?
Back for the 2nd quarter. It's Jaguar football. And they are passing on the field goal attempt. They're going for this on 4th down. They're going to try to throw for it. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Throwing from the gun here. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So they'll decline this and take the results. Defense gunning for a stop here. It's 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Into a crowd, and the defender comes up with it. And the Jaguars are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, nickel has really become the base defense for so many teams in the league because the passing game has become so prevalent today. It really makes it so much more difficult to find an open throwing lane. It gives defenses a lot more speed on the back end to step in front of passes just like that.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Going back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's stopped out at the 16 after a small gain. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Come on, set. Cougar 19, go.
They'll look to throw. To the left side, complete. He's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
That's a gain.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Third and just 2 to go.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 8, come 19, come 19.
Rolling back in the back short.
Like the final battle scene from a movie, Kate, two sides charging each other, and they meet right at that line. And they didn't have to drive backward, All they had to do was hold the line to go win that battle.
So the field goal team stays sidelined. They're going to go for this. They're going to throw for it on 4. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars parlay the interception into points. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
On is Moody for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Jaguars drive their lead to 11. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. That one's complete, right side. And this is a small pickup to the 39-yard line. Down by Caleb Ransaw.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
Second and 6 coming up here. Here's Burrow. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's tackled for a short gain.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Third down now, Jaguars going nickel. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Burrow. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Ooh, errant snap, but he gets what he can behind this one. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Finds him over the middle. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give the quarterback a chance.
And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. The big play, and that's him 17 yards. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
7 Pirates, 7 up, go.
Working now from the gun. Nice gain left side. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. It's a 29-yard gain. And the Jaguars have a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. Has it at the 7. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Moody knocks that extra point through. And the Jaguars push their lead to 18. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Bronx. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10. Burrow to the air now. Makes the grab and bounds left side. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. First down, Burrow to throw. Gets him on the out route. And they bring him down around the 34. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
Hand off on 2nd and short. Makes a tackle. He's still going. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's a Browns 1st down. From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with the sack.
And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using it 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. Throw here. 3rd down. It is cut left side. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Burrow out of the shotgun. Forced out to his right. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. Wrong time to get caught for holding. Backed him up as they'll retry this 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. The intended target was his running back. And that makes it 2nd and goal.
Geesh, with each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Reichard connects there. And that lowers the deficit to 15.
And with those 3 points, you just dig yourself out of a little bit of a hole. You know, coming out of halftime, you've got to firmly be in comeback mode.
To kick off.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. Tootin now on the return. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. Passing on a quick hitter. And it doesn't get much, up to maybe their own 40. And it was Jack Kaiser who got there for the tackle.
Well, that's a modest little drag route. But if you ever just need a safe, short gain on throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Still to go here. This is 2nd down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Burrow. It's his running back. And he's going to go down right along the midfield strike.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, Burrow. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Completed to his running back. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
To the air again, it's Burrow. Completed over the middle. And they take him down right along the 30. Give him 8 on that one. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run in from the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
And better luck next time for you. I feel for those running backs because that blitz was drawn up to hit them right in the mouth.
30-yard line.
Burrow setting to throw. Throwing this one back of the end zone. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. They just can't finish the play.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
On third down, here's Burrow. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Reichert connects there. And doing what they can against the lead as it's back down to 12.
He's happy to bring them 3 points closer, but I'm sure he sees the situation of the game. He knows 3 isn't going to cut it to end these drives. They need to find the end zone.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready up.
First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here.
Let's go.
Here's the handoff. Rob Trout, first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Ready. Panther 11. 60 by 6. 60. Ready.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Connecting on the slant. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Gain of 26 yards there. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
Well, you don't normally get that type of outcome on a slant. You're just looking for a little short yard gain. But find the right type of athlete with space to work before and a perfectly placed ball after the catch. It's a perfect play to break it big.
He's got it over the middle. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Looking in the air here. Throw right side, caught by Thomas. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Pick up a 5 on that play. And the Jaguars have a first down.
First down. First and 10.
He's going to throw it again. Caught just shy of the goal line. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one. More than likely for more games to come.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up to the 35 to begin this drive. Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Airing it out to start this drive. Finds him on the crossing route. He makes it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pin. Finds him over the middle. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that 1st down. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Browns with the ball, but they enter this 4th quarter at a massive deficit. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Burrow to the air now. Get some space around midfield. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Working quickly here.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
Second and manageable. He's throwing. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Jack Kaiser. And the Jaguars get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
Looking right, and he finds it. Again, he's got room. And out of bounds he goes on that big pickup. They're inside the red zone now. Give him 38 on that one. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he could transform a short completion into a big play.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Working inside the red zone. That pass caught by Strange. And this one doesn't go far.
We get a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB. They gave him just enough room to run.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Looking back, it's the handoff. And this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Mooney knocks it through, and it makes it a 29-point ball game.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach, because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Now on 1st down. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. The shotgun, Burrow. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal. Quarterback run here. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
He brings it in. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. 3rd and goal. The offense hoping something can finally go right here. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Burrow. And it's brought in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns making the scoreboard look a touch better. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. Get off with his aim, but that point after is good. And the Browns trail by 22 now.
16. Will Reichert to kick off.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Tootin now on the return. And he gave it his best to get to the 25, just a step or two short of it. He's out along the 24-yard line. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. He completes it in traffic. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. First and 10 from the 43. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Looking for his wide receiver there. So second down coming up. Trying the right side. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Jaguars have a first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. They're going to pass it here. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's second and 5. They're throwing it. Completed over the middle. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. It's 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Brought in close to the 8. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Now, they don't need points anymore, Brock, but can they resist piling on? Let's see. It's first and goal. From the red zone on first. Buys time, rolling right. And he will not get to the end zone on our final play as the stop is made in time, and we're out of time in this game. So the Jaguars come away with the win in this one. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jaguars as we bid farewell